What's up, guys? So I finally got a couple of things. Today in this video, I'm going to be replacing O-rings for my fuel injectors because the last ones were F22 and these ones are H22. Which there's a difference because I changed my intake manifold to an H23, which is the same thing as H22. So the last ones didn't fit, spraying fuel everywhere, so finally got these ones. And then I also brought my truck today, which I'll show in just a second. Might work on that as well, because I have a couple things to do, like U-joints and one other thing. So yeah, let's get this video started. This is my other rig. It's a 91 Ford Explorer Sport. It's got 197,000 miles on it. It's definitely got a lot of quirks to it, but it's a 5-speed manual. It's got no low range, but it's got 4-wheel drive. So I think I'll be working on this a little bit this weekend too, because I want to switch those over to manual locking hubs. So you guys might see a little bit of truck content as well. But for starters, I'm gonna get this done. All right, so here's what we got. Same as last video, or end of last video. Just gonna be replacing those gaskets. Gaskets finally came. Let me grab them. Boom. Yeah, pretty nice from the injector shop. Okay, so first step to replacing O-rings is you gotta clean out those. So what I did was I sprayed brake cleaner onto a paper towel and then I kind of wring it out. So next, you apparently don't want to dry seat these. So I just poured a little bit of oil into there, just motor oil, and then you just kind of lube them up and then you put them in. That way they don't crack or it's kind of like cracking or like chipping away, because that will cause leaks. This will go on the top part of the injector. These will go in first into the hole, into that hole. These will go second, or they also can just wrap around the injector right here. And then those green things go, where are they at? Sorry, right there. The lighting's kind of bad, but they go up top. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that real quick and then I'll show you after. As you can probably hear, it's like raining an insane amount. Okay, quick tip. Well, first of all, just look at these. These things are crusty. Yeah, so it's a good thing I'm changing them. I didn't have any problems with leakage before. Okay, so there's like a little orange thing that goes on top right there. Just take it off before. I mean, I got that one perfectly fine, but the hat one just fell off when I was taking off the thing. And now I gotta jack up the car and look for it. Okay, so turning the key, battery's connected. Let's see. Fuel leaking out. So far, it doesn't look like it. Yeah. Looks good to me, no fuel. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's good. Ooh, wait, hold up. Yeah, no, nothing. Heard it. Check it one more time. I'm kind of scared. All right. Okay, well, we know she starts, but smoking a little bit. I think it might just be the oil that I put around the O-rings. I wouldn't be surprised. So now I think I'm just gonna burp it. Okay, so gonna pour some coolant into it so it fills all the way up. Try and get some of the air bubbles out. So now it's like basically to the top. It's like right there. So I'm just squeezing on here to get out any air bubbles. But nothing's really happening. So we're gonna run the car. So we're gonna turn over the car, and then it'll suck the coolant in. So on the idle air control valve, it's leaking coolant. I was told don't put a cap on that side. So that's the idle air control valve. One of the stems is open and that stem goes to the thermostat. So I mean, it kind of makes sense that it's leaking. But yeah, I looked up a video on like how to do an H23 on a F22, and the guy said he's just gonna leave that open. So I don't know. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Okay, thank God I found it. I did a little bit more research. Yes, it is supposed to be capped. So I got an EM, or I think like an EDPM type of caps, which is what I used for the back of the intake manifold. I explained that in the other video. So I'm just gonna throw one of these on it, and then it should be fine. So, and then we'll fill up the rest of the coolant. And I think I might need to get more coolant. Okay, so it kind of sounds like there's a little leak somewhere. I think it could just be one of the hoses right here. Oh, it's probably this. Yeah. Actually sounds insane. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's raining like crazy, but as you can tell by the puddle. But I don't mind. About to go get some Dairy Queen for my grandparents. I think they alternate between Dairy Queen and what is it, Wendy's for lunchtime. But yeah, here's the property. This is a really nice place to just relax. They normally have 2 horses here because they used to train horses and get paid for that. They won a couple of competitions. I think they've won like 20 something different competitions. So yeah. And then way down there, they have a pond too. So in the summertime, it's really nice. And also in the wintertime too. But yeah, Cleolum, Washington, man. This place is a place to be in wintertime. I swear. That's why I need to upgrade this rig so it can actually go in snow. So yeah, I'm gonna go pick up some Dairy Queen and then some more coolant. Show you guys this car a little bit. Nothing crazy. Just did a fuel pump on this one and a fuel sending unit because this before didn't show. I replaced the oil sender unit, but I think the wire, it has like a short or something, or yeah. There's like a leak right there which comes through. It's right here. So then I get a fucking puddle right there. Honestly, the interior in here, or at least the carpet, is absolutely disgusting. I'll probably dye it black at some point. But the back is pretty big. Like I said before, it's a coupe, so it doesn't have like too much like leg room back there. I don't know if I'll fit back there or not, but I do want to like ultimately go camping with this, maybe in the winter time. So we'll see about that. I think what I'm gonna start off by doing is actually taking some out of the reservoir, because when I started pouring coolant, the coolant reservoir was like already full, and that isn't good. So you only want like a little bit in there. So we do also have a little bit of an exhausting up by the headers. That's what that weird ass noise is. So yeah, just FYI. Okay, so now I just gotta put some stuff away because I like to make a mess. We can see if it'll drive out. I don't know. It's kind of rocky. I think yeah, it's raining. Yeah, look at this. That hill is gotta go up. You can tell it's not very level. Here, let's get a lay of the landscape here. We got some big ass rocks. Okay, so this is definitely a big moment right here. It's like, did I solve all my problems or not, you know? Just needs wheels and then to be lowered in the front and then paint job. That's pretty much it. I'm so excited. Finally drives. Now I need to just figure out how to get it up the hill. Okay, so made it up the hill so easy. I was honestly kind of surprised. I was in second gear and it almost failed on me, but yeah, I got her up. So I definitely need some gas, so I'm gonna go get it some gas. I just can't get over this. Sounds crazy. Sounds like a Honda for sure. So excited. Okay, so for those who haven't done an axle before, it's quite simple for these Hondas at least. I think it's the same for most Hondas out there. You need to figure out what size axle nut you have. For CB7, I believe it's 36. I was right. So 36, and then you're gonna crack it loose. It's gonna be pretty tight. It's gonna be like around like 100, I think 80 pounds. That's what the torque spec is for it. So we're gonna crack it loose. I just have a breaker bar. You're gonna undo 2 of them. So you got 2 different things. You got the tie rod. You can either undo the upper or you can undo the lower. I think most of the time I do the upper. And then after that, you can move the spindle to the point where you can just tap that right there. Just the, yeah, sorry. So tap that and then that'll come out. And then you should be able to just take that out. And then while we're here, we can also check out the amazing, okay, hella zip ties, but so you can tell it's not really focusing. Maybe just like a couple flanges. No, not even. I think it'll scrape a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna get this axle gone. All right, so everything's all good with it now. Axle's in, everything's tightened down to the correct spec. I checked all the lug nuts, so I don't have a wheel flying off. I'm gonna go into town, take it to a couple of stores like I said before, and everything should be good. Yeah, I saw some dripping of coolant, but I turned it on and checked for more dripping and it didn't drip. So I think it was just when I spilled the coolant a couple of times, it dripped. And that after I jacked it up, it finally made its way down. So hoping that's it. All right, I think I lied. Dripping coolant, and then axle did the same thing again. So, I think we found our leak. It's coming out right there. Yeah, I think that's it right there. I don't know why it's doing that, because the hose is clearly on there. Pretty good. Yeah, I don't know why it was doing good and then all of a sudden doing bad, because I literally drove it in circles. I don't know, man. This shit pisses me off, because like, I thought I had it so close. I wonder, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to try and get it back down the hill and look at it a little bit more and fix that leak. This is a big bummer. Okay, so basically what happened is this motor mount right here was angled like that, and then that one was also angled like that. So the engine was moved over that way, which caused the axle to spread out more, and then yeah, but I got that one banged down and I got that one pulled up, so I just need to tighten it up a little bit better this time. It's just that bolt right there, and there's one on the other side too. So well, actually I can't even get the one on the other side because it screws into it, so the only way to get the one on the other side is to take off the motor mount, which I'm not gonna do. I think if I just get that one like really tight, then it should be good. We'll see. And of course that bolt is a 19, so I have to walk all the way down back to the barn for like the 3rd time or 4th time now. The problem was it was like hooked right there. You see that indent? It was like on there, so I don't think it was fully tight. So hopefully that's what it was. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna throw the battery back in and then start it back up, and yeah. Fingers crossed. Okay, sadly, I think I'm done for today. I'm gonna work on the truck a little bit. I won't film it because it's just like, A, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and B, I don't know, that's not really good content, you know? I feel like it's better content if I actually show what I'm doing, and it's not me just like looking at a bolt for like fucking 5 minutes. But it turns out I did actually completely break the axle from the inside, just like the I don't know what they're called, but it's like these little bearing things, little circles, and basically those just like completely popped out, and I think that's what my problem is right now. I got the mount all situated. I think it's good. I'm looking at a friend of mine's, and it looks iffy. Like, it looks like relatively similar, but maybe off by like close to an inch, maybe less. I'll show you in just a second, but I got a new axle coming in tomorrow. Thank God I got the Duralast like lifetime warranty, so I can just go through a million of these things until I find like the root of the cause, or until I just like shoot my car with a bazooka. Here, let me show you what I got done. Okay, so honestly, I think it's plain and simple, or maybe not really, but it could be 2 different things. So when I did the manual swap, I also added camber at the same exact time, which was shortened tilted spindles with extended lower control arms. I extended my lower control arms 1.5 inch. So if I tone it back and I get maybe 1 inch, so that'd be 1/2 inch less, then I think that would change quite a lot, because I'm kind of on the verge of breaking axles. I think the engine lift kit was definitely one of the problems, because I was able to drive it for about 5 minutes doing circles, you know, so like really putting a lot of stress on the CV joint, or CV axle joint. But yeah, so I was able to like drive it in circles, so it doesn't really make much sense to me. I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna completely remove my rear mount. I have it like the bolts in, but it's like not even touching, so it honestly doesn't really do anything, except for just for comfort. It doesn't really support anything, or it doesn't support anything at all. Just supports like vibration, you know. After that, I'll throw in the axle and not completely bolt in everything. I'll give it the wheel a couple of spins and see if it locks up, because I was able to spin the wheel about 5 times and then it would lock, and then if you tried moving it when it locked, then the transmission would like shift. This car has like been kind of a guessing game, like, oh, if I do this, will it fix that, you know? It's kind of just problem solving, and it's been very stressful. I think I'm a less stressed as I used to be. It was really like kind of affecting my life. So I did take a break from this car, and it's been nice, you know. Not having to like worry about a car like breaking down every 5 seconds is a good thing. It doesn't mean that I'm like done with this, or like I only did this for clout and like I'm some pussy that doesn't know what he's doing. I'm like very eager to learn more, and I've noticed like with every problem that I've ever had, I've always known how to solve it in the future, you know, or I can always help other people solve it in the future. And I think that's good. Like if you learn something to the extent where like you can teach someone else it, it's a very big thing right there. That means that you really actually learned, which I do feel like I have learned a lot, and I feel like that's what it is with this car. Yeah, to the point where like I'm starting a YouTube video and, you know, trying to show people what to do and what not to do. I'm kind of just like, what do you call it? I'm kind of just like a dummy, you know, like this is the dummy car, so you guys can modify your car and be perfectly fine with it. Except I don't know what's going on here. Dude, I need to get a camera, or like, I mean, it's not that bad quality, but I need to get like a mic or something so you guys can actually hear me well, because I look back at the videos and like it's kind of iffy, like here and there, like I'll be the volume will cut in or it'll cut out depending on how far I am, and I don't know, I feel like it really ups the quality of a video if you have a microphone. Here's what I'm working on, just a little glimpse. Just got new U-joints. I ordered Spicer ones, but thing about these is these are the kind with the C-clip, and the head of the U-joint actually doesn't even fit through there, which sucks because these were super high quality. But these ones are, what are they? SKF. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're actually maybe a little bit better than Spicer. The only thing I like about, well, the thing that's different about the Spicer one that I actually like about them, well, two things, is one, they actually fit, and two, they have, oh, I forgot what they call them, like a Z something, like a, but basically you can pack them, you can like service them, which makes them last longer, I would assume. But yeah, so I'm just gonna throw this back in because it was making some noises on one of them. I think it was over there or something like that. But yeah, everything's done, so time to throw it back in.